remember about a year ago, a young lady from Australia named Stephanie came by to visit me?
Yes.
She's here again this year, and she wanted to come in and say hi.
Oh, bring her up.
And her grandmother.
Oh, okay.
This is how we deal with her grandmother.
Yes. All right, I will. Charles, I'll meet you in the state in the back. Just give me a few minutes. Hi, welcome back.
Thank you.
And who is with you?
This is my Nana.
Oh, hi, Nana. Hi. So she was here last time. She's actually from Australia.
Yes.
Yes, and she came to see the court process. And John, you're making sure she gets, and anybody sends me an invitation, I will come.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I
I'm
will.
trying to get her to come to my magnolia tree for 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I know. He has. But it is great seeing you, and thanks for coming down.
Very much.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Did I hear that you were getting married? No?
No.
Okay.
We shall. Oh, wait a minute. It is with Neil Calfison are engaged.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you, madam.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. You entered a plea of no contest on October 11th. The state waived count 1. They proceeded on count 2 only. You applied for deferred adjudication. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment must be assessed at 4 years in the prison, and the state is remaining silent on your application. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state? Defense? Any objections to the PSI report says in there? All right, so, yes, the state is silent, so you may begin, counsel.
Regarding his acknowledgement and acceptance of responsibility, he unequivocally accepts responsibility for that behavior that he's performing today. Number 2, he is willing to accept that he has issues regarding drugs and the use of drugs. He has, needless to say, been in denial for most of the denial of his life that he does not. The fact of the matter is, Judge, that he lost his father in prison when he was 2 years of age. He's now 32. His father is still in prison. He wants to change his life. As the pre-sentence investigation said, he is, I think they use the term, he's just about there to accept responsibility and to receive and accept help. If you should place him on probation, Judge, I'm asking that you order a psycho out, because I do believe that my client is suffering from illnesses that have never ever been treated or been diagnosed.
But you believe he's competent?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Now, my client is an intelligent person. For the very, very weak and almost non-existent formal education he's received, he's, I find him to be way beyond his educational years as far as his intellect. So he stands before you asking you to consider his applications, either one. I'll ask him to mention to the court if that's possible.
Yes, and I can tell you this, everybody who appears before me, and what they've done, I never consider anybody a loser or anybody a throwaway. Some people have made bad decisions in their life, and there are consequences for that, but I don't see people as losers. All right, yes.
Good afternoon, first of all. So, Your Honor, I had a messed up childhood, period. I was in CPS since I was 9 years old. If you only knew the amount of stuff in CPS that happens. So
I do.
So of course I had a totally messed up childhood. I'm not making an excuse for that, but as I grew up, little by little, of course, I was crazy. I was stupid doing
Okay,
everything.
and let me stop you for a little bit because I need to swear you in. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear affirm testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand and you can continue.
You just put different words. But since then, I used to live with somebody. Now I have my own house. I have a copy of my whole lease. I have all of my check stubs from my employment. I even have business cards now. I'm a certified mortgage inspector. All the bond, I paid $14,000 total in bond. Good. I don't owe anything else. I paid free trial in full. I actually have a credit on free trial. So I'm good now. Like I have everything going for myself now. Back then, of course, I was stupid. I'm like, okay, come on, you know. But dude, now I have everything that I have going. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but you want to know if I'm catching what you're saying.
Are you catching what I'm saying?
Yes, I am. I call
Help me out with my head. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I ask. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for everything, every time.
Okay. Any questions? All right. So you're over 30.
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
32.
32. I'm going to tell you what I would always tell people that I would represent in Child Protective Services, because I know the government is not in the business of raising children. And 9 times out of 10, the government doesn't do well at raising children. Parents are supposed to be raising their children and they're not. But I'm going to tell you this. Every tub got to sit on its own bottom. You know what that means?
Not really.
All right, let me tell you what that means, because my grandmother would say that to us all the time. This is what it means. At some point, your bad life that your parents gave you, or that somebody to start being negative for all drugs.
Yes.
Unless it's a prescription, you shouldn't be turning up positive for it.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
you do, you're not doing well. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're coming to me, asking me to grant you probation or either deferred adjudication, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to go to prison?
No, ma'am.
All right. So if I were to grant you deferred adjudication, you're looking at the full range of prison if you mess up on it.
Correct.
If I were to grant you regular probation, the most I could sentence you to if you were to mess up would be 4 years. So I'm going to give you the treatment that you say you need, but right now I'm going to give you a choice. Here's your choice. I can grant your application for deferred adjudication. The good thing about deferred adjudication is it's not a conviction on your record, but anybody will be able to see that you're on deferred adjudication for this.
Correct.
Now, if I grant that and you are unsuccessful, then you're potentially looking at 20 years in prison.
Correct.
Or you can have a conviction. If I give you a conviction and you
Your Honor, that's why I left it up to you and I said, well, obviously it's your decision, but in the event that you did not grant deferral, of course, he wanted to ask you for probation.
oh no, sometimes I give people choices.
As of today, his choice would be, and we discussed it, is straight probation.
Okay.
Correct, Your Honor.
No, well, what you're doing, are you licensed by the state?
Correct, yes.
Well, not the federal job, if you're licensed by the state.
Mm-hmm.
You may need to have deferred.
No, jobs are so easy to come in. If you want something, you're gonna get it.
Okay, well, you tell people, jobs are so easy to come by, everybody. So when people come in here saying they can't find employment, they are just not looking. That's
Go be a go-getter. That's how I've been. Go get a damn job. Period.
okay.
You
Thank
know.
you.
Sorry.
All right, so here's the thing. What I can tell you, because I would have clients that would come to me. I even had somebody who was trying to be a nurse. They had went to nursing school. And they came to me after the fact and they say, hey, I have this theft case and they're not giving my license because of this theft case, but it's extremely difficult. I just went to felony drug court graduation. Someone has long history. They successfully graduated. And guess what? They are now a licensed attorney. But they had to have everything in order and make sure they were on the straight and narrow.
Correct.
So here's your choice. The 4 years, the probation, where the most you can get is 4 years, or either deferred adjudication. Which would you prefer?
I would pick probation, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, the court is going to find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison, suspended and probated. What are you requesting?
4 years.
All right. Because of his history, I'm going to place him on for 5 years. All right, so 4 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. If he completes everything, I'll consider early termination.
Are you going to be here in 2.5 years?
We shall see.
Good question. You know, that is.
We shall see. God willing, and the creek don't rise. So whether I'm here or not depends on things that are not in my control. Minor or with minors. Do you have any children?
No, ma'am. Sure don't.
Okay. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular UAs. If you could do a MIC evaluation, and I will tell you on the TAP evaluation, it doesn't mention what he's positive for today on there. So there probably needs to be an updated TAP for that, or either can I just order what I want to order? All right, so we're going to do intensive outpatient treatment with probation. And I'll do a referral to felony drug court. Felony drug court will be able to help him because they have a dual diagnosis program. So they'll be able to help him with any trauma. The only thing, there may be a waiting list because they haven't had their graduation yet. So if you want to talk to them and see, they may be able to accept him. But they'll only accept him, one, if he lives in Bexar County. If he's not in Bexar County, they won't accept him.
Yes.
All right, so we'll do intensive outpatient treatment with probation, felony drug court. I'm going to ask for 90 sober meetings in 90 days. They do have those online now, and they also have them throughout the city. For education, because I see you have some college or some type of licensing. Then the court will consider the community service hours satisfied. Is there anything else? Probation?
Your Honor, would you want these at regular UAs?
Yes, regular random UAs.
Nothing else.
All right, and with the UAs, if you wish to do it by a patch, you can do a patch. The patch, they put it on you, and that way you don't have to come down to probation for certain things, and then they will take it off.
Nice.
Everything is very nice with you today. All right, that's so 80s, but okay. Is there anything else that you need from the court?
I think he needs a psychological evaluation.
Yeah, okay.
No, ma'am, but as I've said before, side note, I love how you're always kind of like me. Like, you're just happy, holly jolly.
Yes.
But yeah, that's all I want to say. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes, she allowed me.
It makes a very good living, Judge, but this,
Well, I tell you what, this is what I'll do. Since he makes a good living and it seems that he can afford the GPS, we will do GPS tracking only. And once the mental health issues are addressed, and once he's in the intensive outpatient treatment, once he's started that, then the court will consider removal.
And Judge, I don't know for certain, but he has several knockback pending cases that I don't know if that's associated with that GPS.
Okay. All right. So we'll keep the GPS.
the applications will put you in
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yes, we're going to keep the GPS.
Tracking only, Judge?
Yes. Can we do tracking, or would you suggest not?
The GPS is through pretrial?
And it was for this case, the 4200.
All right. Well, he can afford
Correct.
He said he can afford GPS.
So what will happen is that monitor will be removed, and then we'll have to get another monitor.
All right. So you're going to be on GPS, but all right. So everyone, we have someone who is going to be admitted to the bar. So attorneys, she's got it. And so she's asked for me to swear in. He's actually been to this court before to see all of the different moving parts that's been going on. So I'm honored to swear her in, and she's actually going to be practicing in Minnesota.
No, I'm going to federal here in San Antonio.
Federal here and here, but yeah, so she's staying here because of you guys.
Yeah.
All right. So This is Miss Crawford. If you could raise your right hand for me, please. Oh, and don't worry. Oh, sure. And don't worry. Norma's getting us some heavy stock paper, so it will be beautiful for you. All right. So, all right. If you can raise, you can place your left hand on the Bible or Bible. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. All right. If you'll repeat upright
in an upright
and courteous manner, to the best of my learning, and ability, with all good fidelity, as well as to the court, as to a client, and that I will use no falsehood, or deceit, nor delay any person's cause, for malice, so help me God. Congratulations. Sure. Oh, she'll take it. Oh, good meeting you. And her husband is here. All right.
42 years.
42-year anniversary. So, because she's been with her husband for 42 years, you all know she has a lot of patience and she's going to be a great attorney.
All right. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.